road, and my little girl, she's sitting at the bottom of this tree. She's looking up at it all amazed. And I thought, I want to see what it looks like from my little girl's perspective. So I sit down, I got my arm around my little girl, and we're both looking at this big old tree, just amazed. My little girl looks up at me and she goes, Daddy, she says, these trees are really big, huh? And I'm like, yes, they are really big, honey, and you're a really smart little girl. You're smart because you figured that out on your own. I'm a good dad, that's why I said that. You know? We're looking at this big old tree. And then she says these words to me that she used to tell me all the time. She goes, Daddy, can you pick up one of these trees? I'm like, honey, Daddy can't even run around them. You know? Now you're dumb, okay? I'm an honest dad too, okay? And she goes, Daddy, she goes, how do these trees get to be so big? And I thought, well, cool, here's a chance for me to teach my little girl something. So I dig around in the dirt, and I pull out this little tiny seed. And this little tiny seed, it's not much bigger than a kernel of corn. And I take it and I place it in the palm of her hand. She looks at that little seed and looks at me and she goes, Daddy, what is that? I said, honey, I said, you see that little seed right there? I said, if you took that little seed home and you stuck it in the dirt and you waited 2,000 years, you'd have a tree that looks just like that. I thought I'd be funny. And I said, well, I guess you can't pick up one of those trees. She looks at that little seed, looks at me, looks at that tree, and then she goes, now you're dumb, you know. But I realized something right there. I realized that my daughter has that little seed inside of her. Not that I made her swallow it. But when my daughter was born, there was something given to her that is amazing. If my daughter takes care of that little seed, it would grow into something that people from all around the world would want to come and see. You know what's cool? You guys have the same exact thing inside you. Everybody in this room, when you were born, you were given something, a little seed, a talent, an ability, that if you take care of it and you nurture it, it would grow into something that's amazing. That's why the Elks have this conference every year, because they understand that there's something amazing inside of you, and you need to nurture it. Watch, let me show you. Let me show you where it's at, okay? By round of applause, who here is really good at playing sports? Go ahead and clap if you're good at playing sports. Future athletes right there. That's awesome. How many people here are great at playing a musical instrument? Go ahead and clap if you're great at playing a musical instrument. Awesome. Future musicians right there. Who here is great at cooking? Go ahead and clap if you're great at cooking. Nice. Future chefs right there, man. That's awesome. How many people here are great at drawing? Go ahead and clap if you're great at drawing. Nice, future artists right there. Let me find this out. Who is that one kid in this room that you get in trouble for talking all the time at school? Nice. Future presenters right there, right? Future presenters. How many people in this room are great at mixing and matching colors and putting that kind of stuff together? Go ahead and clap if you're good at that. Nice, cool, future artists. Let me ask you this. I cannot clap at this. My son can, but I can. Let's say I gave you like $120. How many people in this room, by a round of applause, could actually hold on to that money till you had about $200? Go ahead and clap if you're good at saving money. Wow. Awesome. Future investors right there, man. That's cool. How many people in this room